The message came through at 2:17 a.m., lighting up the dark bedroom with a soft blue glow. Daniel Cross, CEO of Crosswell Industries, stared at his phone with half-lidded eyes. He almost ignored it. Almost. At 42, with billions under management and a life scheduled down to the minute, Daniel rarely received texts at that hour, unless something had gone wrong in the Asian markets. But this message wasn't from a board member, assistant, or investor. It was from an unknown number. "Sir, I'm really sorry to bother you so late. I wouldn't ask if I had any other option. My baby hasn't eaten since yesterday. I just need enough money to buy formula. I'll pay you back, I promise." Daniel frowned. He read it again, then a third time. For a moment, irritation flickered. Scams were common. People pretended to be desperate, hoping guilt would loosen wallets. As CEO, his public number had leaked more than once. He started to set the phone down. Then another message came. "I think I typed the wrong number. I'm so sorry. Please forgive me." Something in that line stopped him. Not panic, not manipulation, just shame. Daniel sat up, running a hand through his hair. He thought of his own childhood, his mother counting coins at the kitchen table, pretending everything was fine when it wasn't. His father leaving when he was 10. Hunger that came quietly, politely, never making demands. He typed back before he could overthink it. "You didn't bother me. How old is your baby?" 3 dots appeared almost instantly. Disappeared. Appeared again. 3 months. "Her name is Lily." Daniel swallowed. "Do you have somewhere safe to stay?" he asked. "Yes. A small room. It's cold but safe." "Where are you located?" There was a pause this time. Longer. "I don't want trouble," she replied. "I really didn't mean to text you. I'm embarrassed." Daniel exhaled slowly. "I'm not the police. And you didn't do anything wrong. I just want to help." Minutes passed. He imagined her staring at her phone, debating whether hope was worth the risk of disappointment. Finally, an address came through. A part of the city Daniel knew well, because he avoided it. Old brick buildings, broken elevators, neighborhoods forgotten by progress. "Thank you for trusting me," Daniel typed. "I'm sending you money now. Please confirm when you receive it." He transferred more than enough for formula. Enough for diapers. Enough for groceries. The reply came seconds later. "Oh my God. Sir, this is too much. Are you sure?" "I can't. Please," Daniel replied. "Just take care of Lily." Then, without thinking, he added, "Do you need anything else?" The typing bubble appeared, vanished, appeared again. "My pride says no," she wrote. "But the truth is, I haven't eaten today either." Daniel stared at the ceiling. "Tell me your name," he said. "Amina." He said more money. That should have been the end of it. It wasn't. The next morning, Daniel couldn't focus. Board meeting slides blurred. Numbers meant nothing. His mind kept drifting back to a cold room, a crying baby, a young mother swallowing her pride to text a stranger by mistake. During lunch, he asked his assistant to quietly research local women's shelters and emergency housing near the address Amina had given. No names, no alerts. That night, his phone buzzed again. "I bought the formula," Amina texted. Lily finally slept. "Thank you. I don't know how to repay you." Daniel smiled faintly. "You already did," he replied. "She's fed." Days passed. Then another message. "I hope it's okay to say hello." Lily smiled today. "I wanted someone to know." Daniel found himself replying instantly. "That's the best news I've heard all week." They began to talk. Carefully at first, then more openly. Amina told him her story in pieces. She'd come to the city chasing a job that vanished when the company shut down. The baby's father had promised support, then disappeared. No family nearby. No savings left. Daniel didn't tell her who he was, not fully. Just that he worked long hours and lived alone. One evening, she texted, "You don't have to keep replying. I know you're busy." "I choose to," he answered. Another week passed. Daniel arranged something he'd never done before. He drove himself to her neighborhood. The building smelled of damp concrete and old paint. The stairs were narrow. The hallway light flickered. When Amina opened the door, she froze. Daniel froze too. She was younger than he imagined. Early 20s, maybe. Tired eyes. Hair pulled back hastily. Lily cradled against her chest. "You came," Amina whispered. "Is that okay?" Daniel asked. She nodded, stepping aside. The room was small, bare, a mattress on the floor, a folding chair, a kettle, but Lily was warm, fed, and asleep. "I didn't know what you'd be like," Amina said quietly. "Neither did I," Daniel replied. They talked for hours. Not about money. About fear. About dreams postponed. About loneliness that doesn't show on resumes or balance sheets. Before he left, Daniel placed an envelope on the table. "What's that?" Amina asked. "Help," he said simply. "Not charity. Support." Tears filled her eyes. "Why?" Daniel hesitated, then answered honestly. "Because someone once helped me when I had nothing. And because no one should have to beg for food for their child." Weeks turned into months. Daniel helped Amina enroll in a job training program. Found her a better apartment. Quietly paid childcare fees while she studied. He never made her feel small. One night, she asked, "Why me?" Daniel replied, "Because you texted the wrong number." And I answered. The day Amina got her first paycheck, she sent Daniel a photo. Lily on her lap, a receipt in her hand. "I bought the formula myself," she wrote. "I cried in the store." Daniel smiled, eyes burning. "I'm proud of you," he replied. Only then did he finally tell her the truth, who he really was. She was silent for a long time. Then, "You could have ignored me. I almost did, Daniel admitted. I'm glad I didn't. A year later, Daniel stood at a company event announcing a new foundation, quietly focused on single parents, emergency support, dignity without paperwork. No press release mentioned Amina. But she was there, in the crowd, Lily on her shoulders, smiling. And Daniel knew something profound had changed. Not because a poor girl texted the CEO by mistake. But because, for once, power answered compassion instead of turning away.